Freemore making a bit of noise trying to draw attention away from the B side, but there'll still be 2 players to defend it in Dreamer and Ships. And Ships has already fallen to the raid boss. Great P250 shots from Zentaris. Cleans up 2 heads. Emor strikes towards mid, cuts off any potential for Skade in this round. Eternal Fire to assert dominance for the 3rd round. Once again, it was conversion rifles in the previous. Now just straight USPs across the board. So this should be a pretty easy 3-0 start out for them. Zentaris picking up Ships, attempting the Zeus shot. Not going to work out for him.
Yeah, it was close onto Zentaris. It's probably the right position to play that Zeus up close and personal in a close range angle. Doesn't quite happen. Eternal Fire just going to be ripping this Eco apart. Zentaris looking for another peek out towards mid. Not getting tested, but you wouldn't imagine so. There's not many upgrades. The only thing that could potentially get some kills or some damage is that scout, and even that's dealt with as the B take is coming in, as well as long. So 3-0 start for Eternal Fire.
Have to be that case. Instead, they're playing towards A, so they're going to stand their ground. Denny and Rainwaker. That AWP in first. Flick not connecting over at elbow. Spots that head once again. Takes a premature shot. Rainwaker tapping with the AK. Little Tag's coming in against him. He gets a kill back on Calyx as that bomb crosses the site. The nade comes up. Denies it for the time being. Mini also just as low, so I think Skade might have just maintained control on a 3-on-3. Walks up from the backup now. Ships will get to position. Nades continue to rain in on the site itself. The bomb should go down from him. There's no further HEs, so they get the bonus cash out of this round. Everything from here is a bonus, and as Zentaris falls, everyone else will drop. From all sorts of short control, playing in towards mid doors.
Oh, this is a good read again. 2 on B. Dreamer is at least going to be here to back up Ships and out towards the doors. You can just see it falling apart again. In from mid. They're looking for entries. Nothing's coming through. What a defensive again. Out towards this mid and B portion of the map. Bubble does get caught off in the late wraparound play towards top mid, but 30 seconds left. There's no way this round's happening. Calyx now falls. Woxic's probably just down and just continue to fight.
And just took that one tactical pause, it feels like, for Eternal Fire to spring into life as Rainwaker gets caught on shore. Not quite able to double up this time. Freemore, who is Zentaris' impact, it will make it a 4 versus 2 bubble. Isolating a pick back on Calyx. Now 2 to worry about on short, and long burst fire on Zentaris. Not as successful this time. He makes it a triple, and now Dreamer just left to say. Position, Nades back on Mini, trying to tag him up. He'll douche him down to 72. Not able to get the kill though. Dreamer unable to find a trade. He'll hunt for him still as he works in. The execution to come out to the A side as Mini does eventually fall. Denny Slaw set with the AWP. Not had a massive number of frags, but they have all been impactful like that one against them all. Great shot now to the advantage. Dropping another important rifle as Calyx falls on long, and it's 2 standing for Eternal Fire. Nades on Zentaris. So much damage done. Sets up Skade for the retake so effectively, and surely Eternal Fire shouldn't last long in this one.
No, not at all. Denny even capitalizes on Woxic getting aggressive, and we need one hell of a Zentaris moment if anything's going to happen. 17 points of health. This is so undoable.
Yeah. C2, get nothing. Just a tag on Rainwaker, and it will be 10-5 at the half. The Skade.
It's a slight missed opportunity that they don't get that kill in straight away, but I like the way they back off and they cancel, and they now start putting the troops into A.
And it's Zentaris for the opener at last. Ships dealt with. Goosh down on Woxic. Zentaris makes it a double. On for the triple. Emor steals it away, but that still picks to the favor of the CT side. Zentaris struggling to get that triple with Woxic being low. If Zentaris falls, and it could spell disaster, and that's exactly what it does. 2v2, bomb goes down.
Oh, this looks good. This looks very promising now for Skade. Get that bomb plan in. Dreamer doesn't really need a peek.
Spotted at least that one player, though. Keeps his head tucked away. Rainwaker so focused on long, though. Got to turn his attention towards short. They don't know that second player's there just yet. They will start to peek in. Do they hear the footsteps? They must do now here. Dreamer so focused on that short presence. One player dives down. Mini should have been heard. Jump face. Rainwaker can now strike as Dreamer gets the kill on Calyx. Mini so low. 8 HP. And it takes 1 bullet to take him out of the fold. Smokes and flashes set towards that CT spawn, indicating there might be a B play, but the reality is it's going to be the A hit via short. Woxic flashed off. 1 player at Goose. Zentaris could be the winning element if they don't go ahead and check him here. Orp looking for an angle, captures Rainwaker. 10 seconds as they creep slowly into the bomb site, and they run into the trap set by Zentaris. Sprung on Bubble and Ships as well. And just like that, Eternal Fire find their confident round. The rifle round goes their way.
I think both teams have probably started to realize T-side, these slow rounds aren't worth a grand play for him right there to aggress out towards the longhouse, to find a multi-kill, to gather the information forward. And it's such a difficult angle to clear, especially if you don't have the information of it. You can even see Dreamer just struggling to get that pick back. Denny ends up with...
He'll evade that, so it won't be a lot of damage. You mentioned that utility placement, that ADR. Not quite as effective in this particular round again for Eternal Fire. Flashes in, the Bubble dives in with the Tech 9. Zentaris still catches him.
Yeah, even being blinded out towards spawn. No smoke towards CT cross. Denny could put it down and try and see if he can get the escape route into the B site. Unfortunately, he loses his teammates to the lurk out into the upper tunnels. Isn't going to get anything. Dreamer dealt with. So is Denny. 13-13.
Bubble can start to act, coordinated here by Skade. Bubble's chance to strike, swings out, sees Mini, spray through. Where's the AWP? On site, he's got the right read. Damage being done as it creeps closer towards it. Gun barrel spotted, and Dreamer can get the overwhelming. It's a 3v3. Make it 2 now as Dreamer goes ham.
Oh my goodness, the new pickups coming in from Skade, coming right through. Bubble with the walk, no one expecting it, and Dreamer coming through to help him out. Woxic and Calyx now down to them to retake.
Calyx coming in from tunnels, Bubbles ready for the shot, and that's it. That should be all. Woxic not as impressive in this map up, but now set to the clutch in a 1v3, and Dreamer swings to close it out. Wonderful round from him, and a wonderful map from... Tap them up as appropriate when you need see fit. Then we'll start to lean in. Both players now spotted that information. They get called. Woxic shot in the back of the head, like a scene from Of Mice and Men. Xantares in a 1 versus 3 now. Surely has got no way back into this. It's a pistol that will be gained by Skade. And again, getting out to the back lines of the site. Will spot that boost in the end, get the kill alongside Denny. Slorships gets his kill in the end. Map 10 frags, lots of money being gained now by the Skade side. Calyx's Deagle still around to fight, but only gets the 1 frag.
Towards Pit.
Smokes in towards Arches, and over at Library, Emo flashing his way through the doorway. Instead allows Xantares to peek forwards. A great bait and switch for an opening kill for Eternal Fire. Calyx now in Pit, unaccounted for. Ships will drop to Emo as he engages out from the long position and moving ahead towards Moto. It's Rainwaker finally with a decent kill. Emo on site, engages for a secondary pick back, taking some damage as now his teammate looks to strike. Rainwaker with a decent kill. Xantares low. Bomb's got to go down here. They get the frag in, but it's too late for Rainwaker. I don't think he gets it. No, he doesn't. Most certainly not now. And Skade, by the virtue of timer alone, will lose the first to Eternal Fire.
P with a rotator coming through from City Spawn. They've all got a flash. That's it.
And the smokes, Bubble peeking. All 3 players peek actually, and Woxic doesn't get away with a kill, fortunately enough for the Skade side. The Mini holds down to the site on the boost box. Only gets that 1 frag and a ton of damage to the second at the very least. Bomb will get up the site and should get planted here. Emo's going to try and deny it. Gets the kill. Almost transfers to Denny, but he's a little bit late on the actual frag itself. So advantage for Eternal Fire here, making their way up to the retake.
Oh, we've seen Rainwaker and Dream in these situations before, though. 2v3. This is very winnable.
They're going to both peek together towards CT, get Calyx, look for Xantares, Dreamer with a trade back, and he's aware of where Woxic's coming in from. Glass Cannon, this AWP, needing to get a kill to break his fragless record so far, and Dreamer with a wraparound. He's playing the 9 games against Woxic, the veteran here in this roster, now being turned on. The AWP looks the wrong way and does find the frag at the right moment, but he hasn't got time for the defuse, so it's still around, but that's popped to come through from Skade.
Yeah, but bring 1 player over, but now it comes down to the entries. Calyx and Xantares, they've got to hold against the Apartments players.
Calyx is at least watching here from Pit control. They'll dive down. They won't be ready for Xantares in a mini pit, and he gets away with a kill. Calyx will drop Xantares to the double. Needs to make it a triple. That's exactly what he does. AK picked up. Denny now wraps the corner with pistol in hand. AWP pulled out against Mini and can't hit that shot. So finally, Eternal Fire
going to come out from Arch or Library and actually probably take the fight head on.
Rainwaker around the outside and towards long, checks Arches. Woxic Scout is watching. The player on the site in Calyx is held towards the box boost. Turned up, Scout gives away his position. It's a 2v2 now with his flashbang in and a smoke onto Moto. Will suppress his angle, allow that bomb to cross surely. Get planted, retakes on the engagement against Woxic. They brought it back now. It's 1 left. Eternal Fire have Emor held behind the smokes, a slight gap in. He can try and look for Dreamer, but he keeps his head tucked away in any angles. But it's M4 to work with on 1 HP. Emor just watches, creeps up the site. No idea where Rainwaker is. Info going to have to get given up as he checks that corner. Gets Rainwaker 1v1, pulls out Util and flashes his way out to try get towards that bomb. Defusal, 4 HP v 1 HP. Next bullet to land will find the round. The Dreamer goes risky, and the risk pays off. A triple for the Skade. You can see Mini is so tempting fate. He wants to round this corner. He wants to try and get another trade back. Flash in, gonna allow 2 players to peek ahead of it. Mini's blinded and he's a dead man. Oh no, not like this, Eternal Fire. Please don't lose this round.
Even going in towards the A side, they don't know about Dreamer. He's playing so passive in Pit.
Puts the smoke down to reveal his position. The Deagle spam comes through. The Scout of Denny lands another good shot. Calyx to drop. 2v5. Skade yet to take a casualty. The Centaurus now has the backwall position. The bomb will go down with the shutters instead as the CT just swarm the site. Sprays come through for Centaurus for 2, but no more than that. Emor low HP, falls to the scout. Denny makes it. This man to the defensive, getting native back over towards that cross. Molotov's in over at the first box. His ship's going to get forced out of the way. Centaurus blind as a bat. Ships. Knife in the middle of the smoke. Gets picked up in the end. The USP of Denny can't do much towards it. M4 in the back. Trying to frag on Calyx. Doesn't get anything for it. So good effort. Not to be 1v5.
Rainwaker's going to be the first one. Dream is just going to hide in the corner. The lower the time runs, the better this becomes for Skade with 3 on A.
Noise being made in that brackets position will cause some info. They're going to set up utility, but giving the position away to the CT side. Molotov's up. Denny with the AWP, focusing on short back on the site. Rainwaker to try hold it. Denny with a kill. Rainwaker and Dreamer hold down the crossfire, and it all falls apart with all 5 alive for Skade. They get their 2-0.